Wait,
Go live.
there it is.
We about to go live.
Lady just told me that we're live.
Got it.
Live.
Episode 128.
Look at us doing big things.
I don't know if I've thought lately about, do we need to even say episode number anymore? Is that like totally 2021?
Yeah, just be like, hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Endless Ranters. Just keep it to that.
Or you can say the date? Not even know.
Nah, date's irrelevant in podcasting.
It's around, early November.
Except it's 11/11. We're supposed to be
2020s.
manifesting, remember?
It is 11/11, you're right.
Oh,
It
yeah.
is 11/11.
Yeah, I'm gonna step out real quick to get this smoke on.
Hey, we're live. Where are you stepping out to? What?
Juana's got to get to bed soon.
It's true.
Oh, yeah, I don't want to go past bedtime.
I was asleep at 7:30 last night, you guys.
I
That's
respect
usually
that.
That's usually the time I knock out, like on Tuesdays or something, on Mondays, to wake up hella early on Tuesdays.
Well, I wake up at between 5:30 and 6. Except for
I
last
wake
night, I
up at
woke up
about
at 1.
6. I wake up at a little before 6 every day.
Yeah.
I'm happy if I'm asleep by 11 o'clock. That's a victory,
Oh,
Same.
wow.
and it takes a lot of effort to be asleep by 11 on a weeknight. Anyway, my vision's a little blurry.
So what, do you want to start this then? Is that what you're saying by that?
Oh, I think we need to share some links or something. Is that
Oh
right?
yeah, that's right. Which is perfect for me to go step out real quick to smoke this. So you share away. Be right back.
Okay.
Were you asking him to share the links?
No, I'll do it.
Okay.
Robbie normally does it.
I didn't know Robbie wasn't going to be here. I could have done
Yeah,
it.
he told us early in the week. Live show now.
Go lay down. I'm gonna have a beer with you, Chris.
Oh, good,
Cheers.
good. Get some Coors Lights going on over there.
Yeah, sure.
Nice.
Is that what you're drinking?
Mm-hmm. Oh, what do you got? You got St. Pauli girls or something? Or it's Stella Artois. Well, I'm with you because that's what I would order at a restaurant.
Same. I bought
don't
beers
really like
that I
I'm
like
not-
in a restaurant.
I'm not really crazy about a lot of flavor in beer. I just want to taste like beer,
I like the beer buzz. It's like like you get your brain a little different. I love beer.
yeah.
that
It's getting a
reason.
little. It got cold here. Did I
That's
tell you
what I
guys
heard.
that today?
My
It got
friend's
cold.
in Texas. She says it's cold.
Yeah, it's like it doesn't get as cold here as it does other places, of course.
What's
But-
cold? What are we talking? 20s?
No, tonight it'll be in the 30s. And it's
Okay.
like it's not the cold, it's that like a couple nights ago I was outside after at 8 o'clock and it was like 75 degrees and balmy.
Yeah.
And then all
And
of a
then
sudden
it's
a few days
35.
later it's like 35 and it's like really windy.
Yeah.
And it's like a really cold, wet wind.
Yes.
And it kind of hurts. And then it's like,
Yeah.
and then at some point in Texas, that starts and it doesn't go away
Okay.
for a while. Yeah, and so it's not nice. It's not really nice out.
No.
it's not really,
Makes me not want to leave the house
and it's not really
even more.
winter. It's not like full winter usually, sometimes a couple times a year it might snow or ice or whatever.
And
Yeah.
everyone over there can't handle it, apparently. I don't know.
Or drive. It's
Yeah,
going to be
that is
35 here
true.
soon, Christopher.
That is true. Yeah. I'm from the north or from the East Coast from Baltimore, so I can drive in the snow where it's cold, rain, whatever. But yeah, people here freak out.
Yeah. My
When
friend
there's-
is freaking out. She's a flight attendant. She's right by the airport. And she says it's just impossible to get there when the weather's like this.
No, it's like fun. It's like, oh, that's fun. It's fun to go and drive in the snow.
You're a dangerous man, Chris.
Living on the edge. We're going to talk about that tonight.
Mm-hmm.
You share those links, Chris?
Airbags, baby. Let's see. I think I did. Yeah, I
All
did like a while ago.
All right. Well, then just start
3 or
recording the
4
audio,
minutes ago.
and let's do this.
So sassy.
Manny, I know.
I'm just taking a page out of your book, Quana.
Ah,
Oof. Shots fired.
wow. Why does everyone want beef with this bitch? Is it the full moon?
No, I'm just playing. I don't want to beef with you.
Record the cloud.
All right, here we go. 3, 2.
Oh, hold on.
one.
Hold on.
It's false start, everybody.
Recording in progress. I felt like there was something else I was supposed to do. No. No.
All right. 3, 2, 1.
Good evening, Endless Ranters. Welcome back for episode 128 of your Endless Ranters podcast. Thanks for watching, listening, and subscribing. We truly appreciate the support. My name is Chris, and I'm one of your hosts for this evening. Robbie's out tonight. He's got a baby shower he's getting ready for. So Quana is again filling in for the dad jokes. How you doing, Quana?
Holla. Good. Good.
That is good to know. And the man with the plan is back. It's producer Manny. What's going down, well, man?
Doesn't matter how I'm doing, Christopher. How are you?
Well, I'm fine. Thanks. Welcome back.
Thank you for. It's good to be back.
It does matter. Small man lives matter.
Hey, there's
No, I'm
only
sorry,
one of
bro.
me, so yeah, you're right. Old man lives do matter. So
Yeah.
last week, Raw Farm, the company I am employed by, we had our SoCal had its company party, well, meeting, Christmas dinner, I should say, whatever you want to call it, yearly dinner. We had a showdown at Little Tokyo. There's a little bowling alley over there. We went there, we ran 3 games, and everyone won some cash. I spent all my cash on figures, like I told Quana.
You went to Little Tokyo and went bowling?
Yeah, they have a bowling alley in the mall there in the 3rd floor, I believe.
Okay.
And afterwards, we went to the spot called the Neupitz, I believe it's called, and stuffed our faces, drank, had a good time.
Would stuffed your faces with
Food. Yeah,
Kind of
sorry, I
food.
should have clarified. It was
Oh,
very
yeah.
ambiguous. It was
when you
very
said
ambiguous. My
food?
fault.
When you said food, it really cleared it up. Let's move along. No, I'm thinking like, what were you eating? Like dim sum or like
No, it was
that weird like Asian ice cream they're now serving. That's like a bunch of frozen dots.
Yeah, I don't like it.
You know what I'm
I don't
talking
like
about?
never had it.
The one that has like cake in it. It's like shredded cake.
I'm
too.
not even sure. Mochi?
No. Oh no, I've had mochi. That shit's awesome. I love it.
I don't know, man. They got like this thing at the Kroger now, like this cooler out there, and they got this ice cream and dots and balls or something. I don't know.
Mm. Well,
My son
have had
likes it.
mochi.
But
I
it
like
does
it.
taste like I might be confusing that and like the
Maybe
what's the tea? Boba tea?
boba. Yeah, I don't like that.
Yeah, man, that's not good.
I've never been a fan of it.
I don't like trying to drink like I'm gonna
Balls
have
through a straw.
tea. Yeah, and I got
Yeah,
like
no.
balls like popping in my mouth. Like I don't know.
No,
Not on a
No one
weekday.
likes that.
but yeah, we ate, drank, we were merry, and then the actual party will be in December up at the farm. So can't wait to go to
On a
that.
Nice.
Friday.
It actually is,
Oh
unfortunately.
wow.
Yeah, I was actually thinking I wanted to run by you guys, but since it's all being discussed, if we did a an episode live from the farm, if we could somehow make that happen.
Yeah, I'm down.
Maybe interview some of the people that work there, so the founders and everyone else that plays an important role.
Nice.
That'd be pretty fun. Yeah.
Set up a projector, have you guys up in front of our everyone
See
that
how
works
fast
there.
we can get you fired.
Yeah.
I mean, what I meant to say was like the raw milk industry is interesting to me. I'd like to learn more.
Isn't it weird that it's illegal in some states? It's like
it is a trip. Yeah, it's a total trip.
Wild.
That it's like, hey, you drinking that healthy stuff? None of that. Knock it off.
No
Don't get
raw
me
milk for
started.
you.
It's crazy. It's crazy how many things are illegal. You know what I mean? Like how many things you're not allowed to do.
It's crazy how many things are. You can marry your cousin in some states.
Or like you are allowed to do it, but like according to state law, you need to be in this 2 foot by 2 foot square, you know, at like midday
Yeah.
on an odd day of the month that does not end in the letter Y. You know, like something like
Good luck with that.
they make it possible. Like you can sell like unpasteurized raw milk to your neighbor.
Yeah.
But only on Sunday between the hours of like 1 a.m. and 2 a.m., you know, while you're wearing a, you know, like a chicken hat or something.
Right.
With a pitchfork in your hand.
Yeah.
You know, and they call that they'll be like, that's freedom. Like, what are you talking about? Like, you can't follow these simple laws where you're not allowed to do that ever, except for this 1 hour period.
Yes. I have a water filtration system and they make big ones for families, but because I live in California and we're not allowed to store water, I have to have a small one. So it only holds a gallon of water as opposed to the 3-gallon one that you could get if you lived in, say, Texas.
I've heard about
we
that.
Store water
Because we might need it someday.
I came across some weird articles about that because I recently installed our rain barrel here so that we'd catch water whenever it rains here, which is kind of weird because it never rains when we need water.
Right.
So doesn't really work that great because it'll rain like plenty in the fall, like now.
Yeah.
So my rain barrel's full when like, you know, it's cold out. But anyway, but I Googled it, like just like, you know, best ways to like attach to your house, whatever. And yeah, I saw these things about how it's illegal.
Yeah.
In certain states, like you're not allowed to have. I'm not even sure what it was for.
The company won't sell me.
You're not supposed to have like more than 2 gallons of standing water on your property at any given time.
But why?
Like, it's unsafe, man.
What's unsafe about storing more?
A squirrel could die, or
okay,
like there could be bacteria.
I had a very aggressive squirrel on the side of my house 3 days ago. I heard all of this commotion on the roof. I open up the door and he's like on the side of the house, just looking at me and going like flexing, like making
what you gonna do?
Yes.
What? Step to me.
Just like
my mom had this crazy situation at her last house where she always talked to me about, like, she's always talking about how like she like something woke her up, like a cat woke her up at night. You know, you'll be there soon.
It happens.
I
am there. I'm already there.
Yeah. And then she'll be telling me the story about how she like got woke up at like 3 a.m. by this ruckus, and it was like, you know, like,
was it the Wu-Tang Clan? Were they bringing the ruckus?
Well, she's kind of, it's like she's describing that almost because she's describing like this like these horrible sounds on a roof. Because what it is the bobcat like attacking raccoons and
holy shit
on her roof.
Yeah, because she's like, she feeds all these like, this is her last house was on this like ravine, and she like feeds all these creatures. So she got like cats, she got like a family of like stray cats, like raccoons, there's bobcats out there. Yeah, you get along really well.
Sounds like a wild woman.
All kinds of birds, but the birds don't get involved with the killing. But like all the cats and stuff, like she'll be like, yeah, I had a really rough night last night because like at 4, like there's a terrible sound on the roof, and then like she'll be like, I'm gonna call the service and I'm come out today, and then she'll text me later the next day, like, yeah, they found a bunch of bones and carcasses, and apparently the bobcat had a killing field, like had a kill zone on my roof, and was like attacking, like all my cats are gone. I'm like, oh, I should have been listening this whole time. This is terrible. This sounds terrible.
You just drowned her out, right? Is that's what boys do to their moms when their moms?
Well, yeah, I mean, because there's a lot of stories about like how like Mr. Whiskers woke her up and like, yeah, all right. Is that
You should
it?
care. You should
Is that
care.
the whole story?
You should care.
And then like, and then every now and then you got to listen because every now and then there's a crazy story about like just like cat, like crazy
Cougars
wild
killing
cat.
on the roof.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
I'm not sure how we got talking about that. I was thinking about Japan and all these weirdos. No offense to them, but like,
shout out to Marty.
Like, like they have a lot of like I know for a fact because of samurai swords and throwing stars that Japanese people have a lot of rich history.
Okay.
You know what I mean? They got stuff. They got culture. But
ninjas.
They're bowling. You know what I mean? Like they really get into other people's cultures like
because there's a bowling alley in Japantown?
Real heavy. Yeah.
Well,
are you surprised that I don't have a lot of facts to back up my thesis? Like,
hold on. I think there's something to that because when
like they get real crazy into like 50s diners, like
because
bebop,
of World War II, a bunch
Karate
of
Kid movies, like
Karate
Kid 2,
imported into Japan. It's just like here's a bunch of our culture, of our media. Some people lapped it up. I was just like, eh.
I'm listening. Yeah, like Karate Kid, the girl that liked Karate Kid and Karate Kid 2 was like lapped it up, but her boyfriend was like, no, man, fuck these people. And Danielson. No, but if I'm listening, if you're giving an explanation, I'm listening because it's like, yeah, like there's like
I have not
crazy
been to Japantown. That's Manny. Manny's been to Japantown.
I've never been.
They do have crazy obsessions.
Party.
Huh? No, we had a little Tokyo. I thought you meant Japan, like actual.
Oh.
No, I've never been. If I do go, I'm gonna go kick it with Marty, see what's up, have him show me around.
Yeah, he knows.
Show me all the local spots.
Mm-hmm.
But
you know what I'm saying though? They're like real obsessed with like other culture things, like entertainment things, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Bill Murray, for example.
I don't understand that, but there's a lot of things in this world I don't understand. So I just stopped questioning. I'm just like, all right, let's. Yeah. Well, no, I don't stop questioning. I just like, let me do my own research and see what I could extrapolate. But most of the time, I'm just flummoxed.
Didn't Bill Murray just have like a thing where people were saying that he's mean on set or something like that?
Yeah, he's getting in trouble.
Yeah.
Oh, but I think he's going to be okay though because Warren Beatty.
Yeah.
Yeah, Warren Beatty's did
he come to his defense or what?
No,
like there's some stories that came out about Bill Murray being a dick on set or doing bad things and paying off some women, and then you never know. Well, like you never really know if that's going to have legs or not. You know what I mean? Like you never know if like it's going to bring him down or if he's just going to weather it and be okay.
Yeah.
But then like another story comes out with Warren Beatty and like one of his some woman who was like 14 said that he raped her.
Good Lord.
Like 50 years ago. But then like now I had no idea. But
were you a huge Warren Beatty fan?
No, I'm not at all. So I had no idea that apparently there's all kinds of stories about girls. Him. Yeah, all kinds of stories and yeah.
I think that's I mean, we won't go into it, you know, my thoughts, but
yeah,
there's a lot of stuff going on there that I think they're just peeling back layers. It's like a blooming onion, if you will.
A horrible blooming onion, if you will.
A horrible blooming onion.
Shit.
If you're saying that Warren Beatty voted for Joe Biden, I'm with you.
I think
it's fine. Did. It's fine. Yeah.
That's okay. Manny's vote canceled his vote out, so it's fine.
So Manny, just to wrap it up, Manny, were you gonna completely validate my theory or fascination with how Japanese folks take Western culture and like go with it hard?
You know, when
bowling,
certain things like bowling
and
theory is that they love bowling.
But now they like other stuff too. Like
what is it? Rockabilly. There you go. They're huge into rockabilly.
Yeah.
Skateboarding, BMX is huge over there. It's because of Germans, Walt Disney. That's why
cartoons.
We have that's why there's anime.
Cowboy 2 days ago.
Real big into cartoons.
Oh yeah, and there's that. There's the Latino gangbanger fascination that they have going on over there too as well. I don't know if you guys remember a few months ago when Angela the comedian Angela, I forget her name, but she was obsessed
I
with
think her name's
wanting to
like
be a chola.
Johnson.
Yeah, there you go, Angela Johnson. Yeah,
Yeah,
she
you're
brought up
thinking of
the,
like Ortiz or like something Hispanic. No, it's just Johnson.
there you go. That's what it was. Anyway, she talked about that too. They played like a little video of it, like Vice did a feature of it. It's fucking crazy. I don't. That really blew my mind when I saw them like taking on the whole Latino gangster culture, like aesthetic and all that shit. I was like, all right, they're a cop by day, a gangster by night.
Well, now they're going to do gangster rap. It's just
I mean, they
a
have
matter
that
of
too.
time.
They have that
Oh
too.
yeah,
I just don't know what the fuck they're saying, but I know what they're
Yakuza
putting
rap.
out there.
You got Yakuza rap.
I don't know about Yakuza rap like that. No comment.
Oh yeah. You don't want to get into that.
Mm-hmm.
You want to get any beefs or anything?
Nah,
Understood.
man.
All right, so I guess we're done talking about Japan and all those folks
For now, yeah.
Thank
I'm
you
sure
for
Representing.
our folks that came out to the happy hour.
Yes,
the Zoom happy hour. That was fun.
we had to end it so abruptly, but we had to get this ball rolling with the show.
Hey.
So
Quana's running low on minutes
I have to.
on her cricket phone.
cricket.
It's a jitterbug. Jitterbug.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah, Marty was there. Cindy, Mindy was there, of course.
Yeah.
Love Mindy. And then we had some other
Barry.
jokers. I kicked somebody out by accident.
Oh, really?
really?
Who'd you kick out? I wasn't there yet for that. I was a little late.
There was the name that I can't remember what
There was
the
the
name
Irish
was.
guy. Oh, no, Scottish guy. Barry McCockiner, I think his name was. That I got right away, but Quana was like, "What's this guy? Who
And then
knows this?"
Matt
Quana,
tried-
like before we started, Quana was like, "Does anybody know a Barry Mc?" She was like sounding it out.
Listen, that guy came in 2 weeks ago with a different name, and at the end, he said some weird stuff. And I think it's so when the other ladies were in there, I thought, you know what, I'll protect them. We'll just
Gotcha.
kick them
Okay.
out. But then there was an iPhone in there, and the girls were like, "Oh, you just let anybody in?" And I was, you know what, I'm just going to delete them both. So I accidentally deleted Matt. But the Gary McCocken, or that guy,
Your
I
pronunciation
think he has
is
bad intentions.
so
for
well
our
improved.
group.
So much improved.
It's all
Gold
right.
star.
We'll have them on again next week on the next happy hour.
What are we going to talk about tonight, other than Japanese people and their fascinations?
Well, I heard that we had a near-death experience with one of our podcasters, and I just want to say I'm glad that you're okay.
Who, me?
Chris?
Oh yeah.
Way to bury the lead there.
Well,
Wow.
yes, I did. My son got a new scooter for his birthday, one of these adult scooters. That's kind of serious, goes like 16 miles an hour.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's got good range too, But he's excited, and I took a spill on it. Yeah, I took.
Whose idea was it to buy this?
Is it like a standing scooter, like a racer,
it's like one of those
electric?
No, it's like a Go Trax, I think is the brand.
But it's
It's like
a
a
racer,
real,
like the
it's like
old
a
school
real one
racer.
that'll get you. Yeah, it'll get you places.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, you'd be able to go around for a few days, and Anyway, I
whose idea was it to purchase this?
that was ours. Yeah.
Okay.
We wanted to be mobile, Anyway, they're pretty slick. They're pretty slick too. But anyway, I was on it. And I wish it was recorded, because I'm about to tell you a story that's really embarrassing, but I'm going to make it seem like I came out on top, So I'm on the scooter, and he's like bugging me because he's only had it for a few days. He's bugging me. He's like, "Oh, Dad, you want to ride my scooter? You want to ride my scooter?" He's just like, he loves it so much. He wants everybody to ride it.
Oh, that's sweet.
It's like he just discovered a new religion. He's like,
yeah. So I have
Christ.
ridden it. Yeah, I rode it for like 2 nights, and then like the third night, he's like, "Come on." I was like, "All right." I'm about to close the garage, and I get on it, hit the little throttle thing,
Right.
and the front wheel dips into like the ridge between the lawn and the driveway.
Yes.
And there's a dip there. I should sue AT&T because we had fiber put in the summer, and they came out with like a thing and they drilled underground. They effed up my lawn. But it hit this dip where they just do these things. They don't really fix anything. You just have a hole in your yard. So it hit this dip, and I just went ass over tea kettle, I think is the saying,
That is the saying.
Instantly. Luckily, I wasn't going that fast. I didn't have enough time to build up speed, but I was just like over barrel roll, like, and I popped up. Like, that's what's so impressive about this embarrassing story is like I popped up like instantly. Like, it happened so fast. I was like so embarrassed and pissed at the same time as I was like, I still got it. You know what I mean? Because I was like going for like a split second, I was going down like, oh, this is gonna be bad. But then like my body, like my brain, like
you got this, bro.
And I like shoulder
that poor
rolled.
kid of yours. No wonder he has to be so damn tough. Like, he's seen you get chased by bees.
This is like 80 to 90% of fatherhood is like showing your children how to get hurt and like pretend it didn't, like it's fine. But yeah, like roll, like I wish I like now like the last like everything hurt real bad for like 2 days.
Right.
But now as like the pain becomes more like acute to like smaller areas, I'm like reconstructing what happened. Like my elbows both hurt real bad. My shoulder blade on my right side hurts. Got this like 4-inch, like, I'm not really sure, like some kind of like, I'm not sure what hit me in the chest, but I got like this 4-inch scrape up my chest.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I barrel roll, like I've shoulder rolled it and like it popped up, like nothing, it was fine. Like my whole body was like in pain. I mean, someone was like, what happened? I was like, oh, I'm fine.
Like, just close the garage door, son.
It didn't take a lot of convincing him that I was fine because he was upset about his scooter getting scratched.
Like, thanks, old man. Last time I let you ride my scooter.
But you know the feeling, like after a few months, it's like no big deal. But like, you've only had it for 3 days. Now the brake handle's all jacked up.
Your dad wrecked.
Yeah, now he's got this thing going in him. Like, do I tell my friends that my dad like
He's lame?
Does this make my dad sound okay? Or does my fact my dad like hop right up? It's like no big deal. Or yeah, he's probably like, I'm not even gonna tell the story.
Were you drinking?
No. No, I wish I had been. It wouldn't have hurt as bad. I think. I don't know. It's hard to say because I was drinking. I might have just like face planted real hard, like right on my cheek.
Yeah.
But I was sober, so my body was like barrel roll. Bam, up.
Did you have your
I did like a
on?
clap and I did like the gymnast do.
All right.
I watched the Olympics.
Were there judges on the side of you eating shit, judging you with a scorecard?
Like 7.5.
I wish. I really do. I really wish it was. I wish we had a Ring camera doorbell because it would have like it was right.
Maybe your neighbors have it. Maybe
that's one of your neighbors. Like,
the Africans.
Nah, we're in a corner. We don't face anybody. Yeah, I really wish because it was embarrassing as it was, and like I was upset because I was like, man, I wanted to blame him too. I'll be honest.
You should have. Why not?
Because I had said no. Like I was like, it's late. We get back at like 8:30 from football practice, and he wants to.
Dark.
He's like the whole time. He's like, can I ride my scooter for 20 minutes? So then it's dark.
Okay.
And finally, he's like, will you ride it? We can ride. I was like, no, I just want to go inside and get changed. Then at the last minute, he's like, will you ride? I was like, yeah, sure. And then bam, I ate it. It's like this all happened in like 1.5 seconds.
Are you gonna get back on? You have to.
Yeah, I've been on already. Yeah.
Okay, good. We don't want him to think that you're,
puss.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that shit. But yeah, that it all happened so fast. I was like, what happened? What happened?
As someone that's taken many a spill, it is a trip how something like that just your vision, like your point of view is just like 1 minute, everything's straight in front of you. The next is just like, what happened? Where am
Yeah.
I?
I totally went over. Like,
I think as you get older too, don't you feel like, wow, like I could have really hurt myself? Do you ever feel like
Absolutely,
that?
there's
man.
part of that too. Yeah, there's also that part of like, oh, that should almost cost me like a copay.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
dude.
I'm not sure our deductible situation right now.
The last time I went roller skating, I'll never forget. My son took me out, and I thought, I am too
How many
old
years
for a
ago was
broken
this?
leg. What?
How many years ago was this? When
Oh,
did this happen?
he was 10 and he's 25 now. So
Okay, yeah.
you have to do the
So
math
he
on that
wrecked
yourself.
you
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
roller skates.
Took me out. Yeah.
Were you?
I was
it?
trying to save him. His little skate was caught like on the
Oh,
DJ
okay.
booth on
Mhm.
the stair. His little skate was caught, and I tried to help him, and he just
His
ended up
skate was calling the
falling.
DJ. What the hell was going on here?
This is a very elaborate
Is this
scenario.
like some kind of
I
carnival
just
show?
realized at that point that I should not be on skates, and that
Yeah.
some things you just have to be a little bit more cautious as you get older.
It's like you want to save the ecstasy for the weekend,
That's right.
So wait,
not the fair.
is it also safe to assume that you've never been ice skating either, since you don't do roller skating?
No, I have not.
Oh, okay.
No, I have not ever. No, it's like I don't even understand how that works. Little tiny blade, like I'm not Nancy Kerrigan.
You're more of like a Tanya Harding.
Yeah, for sure.
You'll take out a bitch at the knee.
Yeah.
Oh, you know how to ice skate, do you? Whap.
Yeah.
See you skate now, ho.
So y'all have taken some falls, huh?
Yeah, dude. So as a kid, I was fascinated by skateboarding. So I had an old school skateboard with the whale tail. It was very ugly, but I had so much fun on it. And one day at the park, my dad took me to burn off a bunch of energy. I was skating around. The thing about skateboarding that I hold a grudge to this day is the tiniest rocks that'll come over here and just like grind everything to a halt. Like you just get stuck and go flying face forward over the board, off the board. I busted my left eyebrow open on that occasion. Once in middle school, I think it was 6th or 7th grade, or maybe in between at the end of elementary going into middle school. But this was during the summer break. My neighbor had recently picked up a crazy mountain bike or road bike. I don't know, one of the two, but he was just like told, like your son, he was just totally geeked to go out and ride it, like just put as many miles on it as possible. So he invited me and my uncle to join him, ride our bikes to the Rose Bowl, put in some laps at the Rose Bowl, and come back. We made the trek to the Rose Bowl, no problem. And not even 2 minutes into this ordeal, when we get there, I was on my cousin's mountain bike. This is why you should always do maintenance checks on your bikes, people, before and after you ride, just so you don't get on a bike that has a shitty pedal that snaps off as I'm coming like down on my pedaling motion. So my right foot essentially acts as a pivot point or something, and I go flying over the fucking handlebars. I literally roll a few times, and finally all that momentum is just my head, the back of my head just slamming onto the curb. My whole body, I just feel instant chills. And then yeah, I scraped up the left shoulder. I was just in total pain. It's just like, you can keep riding your bikes. I'm going home. Like, fuck this. I stayed off a bike for a few years after that, and then when I returned to riding a bike, it was oddly enough into the BMX scene, which again is filled with nothing but falls and things and whatnot. But
kids that skateboard and BMX early should take early physics classes.
The thing that helped me was I think it was either the judo or jiu-jitsu. I was taking one of those classes. They taught us how to fall if we were going to fall, like if we were falling back. I always remember to just tuck in my chin into my chest. That way there's lesser chance of my head taking a hit if I happen to fall back,
Well, I was thinking about this time where me and my buddies went to this little like dirt track, and it's like a hill,
Yeah.
and you go down, you hit a ramp, and we jump stuff. And we jump it like, step one, you jump one tire.
Mm-hmm.
So you pedal down at a good pace and you hit the ramp and you jump over it. And then where the physics comes in is like, well, then we're like, well, let's do 2 tires.
Yeah.
So I'm like, well, 2 tires, what I should do is pedal 100 times as hard.
Yep. Because you're gonna need that
because
momentum.
it's 2. You're going from 1 to 2. So I want to pedal 100 times as hard, and I want to pull up on the bike handles at least 1 billion times harder.
Right.
You
You should do.
So that's what I
Not
did. And I
1 billion.
like a second later, I'm like flying through the air, like bike flying,
Mhm.
over 2 tires. Like they're the 2 tires, but I'm like flying way past that. And just like come to a skid on my ass. I mean, my whole ass is like a scab. But I was like, then I thought like, I didn't need to pedal that hard. I didn't need to, it was like really went from 1 tire to 2 tires. Like didn't need to do that.
You overcorrect there.
Yeah. But we're just all excited and stupid,
Totally been in that situation as well. Another instance of me eating shit is I was out skating with a few of my friends near my house. There was like a couple business plazas, and they had some nice features here and there that we just fuck around with. I tried to ollie off of 2 stairs, and as I was just rolling up to it, my body just froze, and I just went like, it looked like I dove onto the pavement off the 2 stairs. Like my body just went limp, and I just went ate shit off the.
Everyone's like, "What happened? What happened?" Like,
yeah,
I don't know.
Like,
I don't know,
guys. I was possessed by the spirit of jackass. I was like, this mole man trying to clear 2 stairs.
There's a rock. There's a rock on the ground or something like.
So you just kind of. The good thing is that you just get used to eating shit, and it's just like, this shit hurts. So you just try and improve your skill as much as possible to avoid that as much as you can.
I have a child.
Yeah.
Her name will remain not on this show.
Anonymous.
But since she was a little child, any type of accident, the worse, the more funny it is to her. Like somebody could literally like have the most horrible accident ever. And like, I can remember when she was little, like wanting to cover her face with it. Like she can't, it's like she cannot help this reaction. It's horrible.
It's funny because I tagged her in a few days ago or earlier in the week. I don't know. It was either last week, but I had tagged her in the comment section of the skate page I follow on Instagram, and this one post just happened to be a blooper of this girl unfortunately eating shit.
Yeah, it's her favorite thing. Well, it's not her favorite thing, but she can't, like, my favorite thing is to send her those videos and then make her watch them while I'm watching her laugh, because she just, where you should be like, your reaction should be like, oh my God, horrible. She is like crying, laughing at the person. That's horrible. Oh,
I mean, I think it's just because we all as people know how fucking embarrassing it is to be in a situation like that. So it's just like, part of you is just like, let me sit back and watch this and just see how they handle it. And then the other part is just like, man, but if that were me. And then by the time you're done mulling it over, shit's already happened. It's like, oh, damn it. I'm going to just excuse myself. Go laugh around the corner.
I feel like that's been me. That's been me. So I can laugh and enjoy it when it happens to other people.
Yeah, totally.
Like freshman year in college, I rushed the football field after this big local rivalry game. And like, the whole tradition was you go and you break down the wooden goalposts, and it hit me in the head. Bum rush, it hit me in the head, and I was like, there's just blood like rushing down my face.
Hold on, before you get to
and then story. Later on, they're like, yeah, that happens to someone every year. Like, oh, okay.
You had wooden goalposts? How broke was your school?
No,
because they broke down every year.
Because the tradition is for the field to get rushed and the goalpost to get torn down. The fraternities, this does not sound smart. But the fraternities,
sounds like somebody might get a bloody head every year.
Yeah, the fraternities, it's like whoever gets the most wood, like whoever has the most post.
Yeah. Okay.
Like if you if you managed to, like if your group managed to get like an 8-foot piece of post, like that was a big deal. They would get hung up on a wall, get
Y'all would
mounted.
be raging that night.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
But they would like, they would,
bros. Woo!
I think at this school, what they would do is they would cut, like it was a wooden goalpost, and they would cut it so that it would go down easy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You hit me in the head. So when it happens to other people, I'm just like, yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
Yep. Also, like one of my favorite moments from my childhood was, how when the winter time comes and it's sledding, time to get on sleigh, sleigh rides, and my buddy Tony, his name was Anthony. We call him Aunt Tony, but his aunt came over, his literal aunt, AUNT aunt came over, and she decided to she wanted to get on one of our sleighs and do the ride that we had set up,
Yeah.
Well, she came down the first part. I don't know, leaned the wrong way, but she wrapped herself around a tree. Like she hit this tree so hard, man. And there was something in me that day, I'll never forget, where I laughed. Like everybody was like, oh my God. I was like, oh my. Like 9 out of 10 people are like, oh my God, somebody called 911. And I was the guy. I was just like, oh my God. Did you hear the sound she made? And she was fine. She was fine. I'll tell you right now, she walked away.
Okay.
It was like when she hit this tree.
The tree hit back.
Sometimes when people hit pavement or
the sound
cars, it is.
I'll never forget the sound. It was like
yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
It was like if a tank hit a elephant, like both were going full speed, or an elephant was like, oh, like all the air in her lungs, like just leaving at one moment.
Yep.
She was fine. Anyway.
No, I understand exactly what you're saying.
It's a terrible story, but I'll never
make
forget
somebody
it.
stop laughing. That
I will never
their
forget
laugh
that.
is infectious. You hear it even louder.
Never forget it. And I remember because my buddy Tony, it's his aunt, like he's devastated. He's like, what happened? I'm just like, oh my God. Like the sound she made when she hit that tree.
Had to be there, bro.
Crazy.
Oh my God. I'm sure
I just met her. I didn't even know who she was. So
I'm sure that was a story that was told for years on end afterwards, whenever they had gatherings.
Aunt's aunt.
Yeah.
And we just told it. It's been told again. Lives on in this podcast. It
lives on in perpetuity. Yeah, man. Well, it's funny you mentioned that too, because I was with a group of friends. I didn't partake in this just because there's this hill called Arbor Hill. It's one of the little side streets that the Pasadena, the
Rose Bowl.
The Rose Parade, there we go. The Rose Parade mansion that's all the way over here in Dr. Drew's neighborhood. There's a little street on the side of it called Arbor. And there's this crazy ass hill. My friend one day, it was just like one night, because we did this at night, pitch black, not that many street lights in that part of town. And he just decides to bomb down the hill on his skateboard. Maybe makes it 2 or 3 seconds before he just careens into the back of a car. Yeah. All we hear is just him yell off in the distance, and it's just like, let's go see if 2 takes is all right.
I did that on my neighbor buddy of mine got like a moped just out of the blue. Like this is the 80s where just
mopeds were a thing.
Like there were no lawsuits. Like it would just happen. Like you just get a moped.
Yeah, right. It's just like your purchase of it is the
and I had never
waiver agreement.
I never even thought about a moped before, but all of a sudden my neighbor's got a moped. He's like, you want to ride it? I'm like, I sure do.
Hell yeah.
And I remember just slamming straight into a neighbor's car.
I had a little Honda Spree.
So I had no idea what was going on. I hit the, accelerated, whatever. Didn't know what the brake was. Just freaked out for a split second and just like slammed right into the neighbor's car.
All right, so I got to go back to Quanah. You didn't participate with ice skating, but you had a moped.
I did. I had a little Honda Spree, and I rode that thing. It went, I think the max speed was 45.
Holy shit.
I
Okay.
put my chubby friend on the back and we fucking rode that thing. We were
Holy shit. I'm going to look this up because this is
and
like.
her dad made us wear helmets. And
Uh-huh.
so we would have to wear the helmets when we would leave, but we would get like 3 houses away and throw those fuckers in the people's yard and just keep.
Oh my God.
I love it because this was
We'd
the.
sneak out at night and be on the Honda Spree. We'd push it down the street and then get on. We just
This is the Dumber and Dumber scooter. This is the
oh
Dumb
my
and Dumber
God.
scooter.
Yes. I mean, she would hold on to me. We were just rolling.
She didn't pee on you at one point, did she?
Her mom, no, but she was my foster sister. So she had these huge, gigantic boobs. Like her boobs were gigantic. And it was in that movie 16 Candles came out and the I Saw a Titty guy, the Asian dude. We used to I just remember sneaking out with her, and when we would come back and she'd be changing, I would be like, I saw a titty. Yeah. No, I have no accidents, thank God. Oh, yeah, that's it. That's exactly what we had. It was not a 2-seater.
Dang. That's a nice little whip.
Brand new off the showroom.
Was it red as well? Or
it was red. Yeah,
nice.
that's the exact one.
Damn.
How long did you have it for? Or right around on it for?
Couple of summers for sure.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I was like 13 years old.
I'm speechless.
Dang.
I am
My parents
speechless.
would never let me get on something like that.
That's
at that age.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, were you just like 13. Living the movie Clueless? Like
sort of.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was definitely an adventure. My life has been nothing short of an adventure. That's wild. Yeah, that thing was yeah. We'd be on the faster roads and we'd be she'd be holding on with her big tits.
Just go, man. Just go. I just watched like the middle section of Dumb and Dumber within the last few days.
Well, there you go.
The scene at the when they stop at that roadside place with the hitman. And they trick him eating a pepper.
Yes.
Like pills are good.
The helmets that her dad had
pills are good.
Were like go-kart helmets. So what was
they're super bulky. Make your head look extra big.
Blue and sparkly with like these chins.
Oh man.
That's
I'm gonna have a lot more to say.
You guys.
I have a lot more to say about Quanah riding a spree around town throughout the week.
Yeah.
I could totally see you rocking a spree, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Me too.
Thank you guys.
Me too. There's definitely like some Flower Power t-shirt. The mirrored circled mirror sunglasses.
Yes, you're right.
A lot of peace signs being flashed at dudes.
Yeah, something like that.
What color was it?
Red.
Red was the red one. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Spree, also a delicious candy.
Oh my gosh, so delicious.
You know what I'm saying? Like a raw
candy,
little
the
Spree
little
anytime.
lozenges looking.
They're like
things?
little sour lozenge, but they're kind of chewy a little bit, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know if the Spree people would appreciate lozenge.
Yeah.
Because that has like
a tablet then.
That is like a weird old person connotation, but like no, it's like a sweet tart.
Like stuck in your aunt's purse. Yeah.
It's like a candy. But I could eat a roll. I could eat a sleeve of those anytime.
I could too.
Anytime.
Oh, so good. Chewy.
Yeah, they had chewy Sprees too.
Yeah, they did.
I think the original were kind of like crunchy.
Chalky. You're right. And he might not know. He's younger than us.
Candy.
Nah, I used to fuck with Spree. I haven't really been fucking with candy like that lately. I've been trying to stay off shit like that.
It is kind of a weird thing for like a grown ass man to like go into like a convenience store and buy a roll of Spree or fucking Rolos.
Rolos are good.
Just looking at you.
Rolos are so
You gotta be like,
good.
yeah, my daughter My daughter wanted some Rolos.
All right, since we're on the subject now, give me your
and then the
power
clerk,
rankings.
the clerk's like, your daughter doesn't know what Rolos are. You liar! Get out of here. Power ranking candies. Oh man.
Yeah.
I don't, Manny.
We talking about in like the chocolate kind of category. We talk about like the pure sugar.
Mambas.
In the pure sugar. In the pure sugar, I had to say, like, you remember lemon heads?
Yes. Oh my God.
Like
lemon heads in the bottom of a vodka soda was lemon. Lemon heads in the bottom are exactly what you need.
We were all 10 once, all right?
Just kidding. Riding around on your Honda Spree.
No, I was telling my son the other day, like the ice cream man would come around and he did these candies. You get like for $1, you'd get 2 boxes of lemon heads for $1.
He didn't believe you.
No, he didn't. He was like, I get it for free, old man.
How about that? He's like, you're learning, son.
I don't even have to ask for $1. I just go. Yeah. Anyway, no. Lemon heads are good. Like pure candy. I like sour candies. You know what I like? Okay, if we're kind of like guilty pleasures, like what kind of candy do we steal from our kids? Like Airheads are good. I really like Airheads. I'll open up a little bit. Yeah. So yeah, like, I get a little excited when I see that you got Airheads. Those are good. Now and Laters are good.
Mm-hmm.
Now and Laters used to be like really, really hard, like taffy, like really hard. Now, no, they're chewy and they have like an Airheads like texture.
Maybe they got the message that people were complaining too much. It's like, look, fucking them up.
I feel like, it's not
that shit up.
If it takes the kid like 30 minutes to eat it, not a good candy.
Yeah, that's too much of a commitment.
Yeah, the people that Now and Later are like, we need to make this candy like dissolve in 20 seconds. So the kid just keeps throwing more and I like Tootsie Roll Pops. Anybody like a Tootsie Roll Pop?
I
do. Yeah, every now and then.
Well, I feel like candy doesn't taste the same as it
That's another thing. Yeah.
But yes, I used to totally love a Tootsie Roll, especially like the one that has a sucker around it. How many licks does it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Roll Pop?
One,
you know what I'm talking about, right?
2, 3.
Yeah. Yes, I do.
Thank you, Manny.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a little thrown off by the whole, like, what are they doing now in a Tootsie Roll Pops? Are they different? I'm sure they are, but
crappier
the candy just
ingredients.
Tastes different. Like it's not as, maybe the sugar isn't as good. I don't know, but it just, even Reese's, everything just tastes a little bit more manufactured, if you will.
Little fentanyl aftertaste.
I mean,
You know what's funny is that, and I'm not the only person. I'm not the only parent, I'm sure. Is like, I had a lot of concerns about my kid, like, getting some kind of fentanyl Skittles and shit, in their trick or treat.
No, I guess
I thought I did, but then I see like loose Skittles at the bottom of their candy bowl, and I'm just like, I just eat them.
Yeah.
Like I
not so scared.
Yeah, not so scared. Then I realized, that's when I realized, like, I'm not too worried.
No.
Like if I saw a loose Airhead, let me tell you right now.
Yep.
If the wrapper was torn or there was like a puncture hole in the wrapper, I'd probably just eat it anyway.
Yeah. You'd probably survive it.
I'd take my chances.
Hey, you take your chances every day when you walk out.
Even if there was a syringe stuck into the Tootsie Roll, I would still.
DFW?
Yeah.
There could be a syringe stuck
hanging
to the Tootsie Roll
Airhead.
Pop, and I would still eat it.
Or I just go too far. I'm gonna call bullshit on that.
Right.
Bullshit.
But yeah, dude, it's just like Quana says, the candy doesn't taste the same. And then also just realizing how awful that shit was. It's just like, I've had my years of enjoyment with that shit, so I'm good. The only stuff I do fuck with is this candy on occasion. This candy that's made in my mom's hometown in Mexico, they call it rollo. It's made out of guayaba. And it's just like, it's pressed or rolled into like a roll, essentially. You could just cut little slices off of it as much as you want, and it's fucking delicious. It's amazing.
That sounds good.
Yeah. It's the only Mexican candy I like to fuck with, honestly, because that's
Yeah,
the other thing. Oh, Mexican candy, dude. It's like they'll give you a desiccated piece of fruit and throw like some chili powder and like, here you go, enjoy this. It's like, no, thanks.
Yeah, it's like tahini on it. Yeah.
It's like,
If you go on a road trip in Texas, you'll go through some convenience stores that have like large sections of Mexican candy. Yeah, and
yeah, like I'm
it looks good. But yeah,
that,
I don't know.
it's
I
hella,
think I'm
like
like
some of it's like too rich, like way too sweet. It's like, nah, I'm good.
I'm pretty close to trying it. I'm not saying my next one I will road trip I'll try it, but I'm pretty close because it's like I'm starting to get used to seeing it.
Yeah.
It's time.
And it's like
I need you to report back on it.
And I'm not real like big Skittles. Like I don't know what they're putting in their stuff. You know what I mean? Like
Smaller
maybe,
Skittles.
Yeah. Like they're putting fake sugar, whatever. Like whatever Quano was talking about.
I knew what you meant. Not that the Skittles, in fact, were bigger, but big Skittles as
Big Skittles is
operation.
Your new rapper
they're doing
name.
something.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm onto it. Man, he's high. Yep. It's okay. He's got his weed.
No, but I've
joints.
talked about candy for a while longer. I enjoy candy.
I don't.
Yeah, like sweet tarts are good.
Oh, remember the Smarties? Remember that little stick that you would dip in the powder?
Yeah. We got some fun dips in this house. Because I think like elementary school, like kindergarten, the kids have like elementary Valentine's Day party. So you got to go to Walmart and get like a 40 pack of fucking Lick-O-Made fun dips,
Yeah.
And of course there's some leftovers.
Of course.
I'll eat them. Yeah, it's fun.
Stick tastes weird. Conditioning.
But it always has. It always has though.
I know. I'm just saying it's conditioning.
When I was a young child, I was like, man, one day I'm going to grow up and I can have all the fun dip I want. And now I do. And I'm like, yeah, I do. I have all the fun dip I want.
It's funny you say that because I'm enjoying the fact that if I want to, I could go out and get fucking brisket for breakfast. I had like today.
Yeah, there you go.
After I was done with my last store, it was like close to 11. So the supermarket happens to have like a little rib section. So I just went there. I was like, yo, give me half a pound of burnt ends, please. That was my breakfast. Yeah.
That's real good.
Living on the edge, Manny. I love it.
Dude, I'm just like, I'll have breakfast for dinner and brisket for fucking breakfast. Let's go.
Nice. I was going to tell you how to live your life. Do it.
Yeah, man.
Do it. You're a milkman, motherfuckers.
I'm going to be working the farmer's market this weekend, so I'm going to be talking to all sorts of kooky people. I can't wait.
Hey, those ladies who lunch go to the farmer's market.
Yeah, that's what I'm honestly looking forward to. Let's see what happens. I've been getting a lot better at just bantering, back and forth and just I'm kind of dipping my toes back into the dating game, but nothing's really happened so far. I've asked a few out. They've gone nowhere. I just get shot down. But still, the more I attempt these...
Shoot your shot.
Yeah, the more I attempt these shots, like the less I'm thinking about going back to dating apps. Because that's what I would used to have better luck with. But the more I think about it and just the more time is wasted on there, just like, man, fuck this. I'm going the old tried and true route, just doing it in person.
Yeah.
It feels good.
Yeah. Nice. I like it.
Nice, man.
Yeah.
Love that for you.
If anything happens, I'll
grab an ass in the streets.
You're gonna get me fucking Me Too'd, woman. I can't be doing that.
Okay, at the farmers markets only.
You heard it here first, people. Quantum condones his wild ass behavior.
I feel like the farmers market would be a good place. Like people should be feeling pretty good there, right?
Yeah, buy someone a coffee.
People should be feeling pretty open about things, and
you're up early.
I don't know,
running your errands, whatever the fuck. You're not like, I mean, I don't know. I can't speak for everybody, but most of the people there seem like they got their shit in order. I don't know.
Or maybe we're past that phase and people are just like, dude, I'm listening to my podcast at the farmer's market. Leave me the fuck alone.
Yeah, there's that.
You know,
See plenty of people roaming around with their fucking wireless headphones or
and you're
whatever.
just like, it's a farmer's market. They're like, so what?
I'm a farmer.
Can't you tell by my tan? My ridiculous grip strength.
So what else has been going on this week? It's kind of been a weird week, right? There was an election.
Oh yeah, the midterm. So
that was kind of like,
did the red wave cover us all in blood, or was
it was like a red blip?
A drizzle. It's a drizzle.
It's kind of a weird
teardrop.
thing. Yeah, it's kind of a weird thing because I think the Republicans did kind of win, or I'm not even sure if you know yet, but it seems like they did kind of win, but they didn't win as bigly as they thought they were going to win in the last few weeks. So like that kind of ruined it. But it was weird because they won about as big as they thought they would win, like maybe a couple months ago.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like a weird psychological what happened versus expectations, like dynamic of like, you know, no, I don't think everybody's like, was it good or was it bad? Like, was it good for
the
our
news
team?
it's telling us?
And fuck the news.
But I think they are.
But that's where the confusion is coming from, because the news is like, no.
I think it's kind of like,
it's fine.
I think it is fine, but I think it is kind of like, it is legitimately kind of like, I don't know, anticlimactic or confusing, because it was like, it's like things are very split. You know, like, yeah, like overall things are very split. Like races were really close still, like other than Florida and Texas, like a lot of these places, like whether the Republicans or whether the Democrats won, like it was really close. So even if you win, but you only won by like 4,000 votes, it's like, you know, you're gonna play like you won, but at the same time, you got to be thinking like, oof, it was close. Like,
do you think the next few handful of elections are just going to be that really close races, but the projections just aren't going to pan out?
I don't know. I'm kind of like, it's really strange that it is that close.
Mm-hmm.
Like, is it just that weird? Is humanity that strange, that weird, that when you get 300 million people, they just kind of like vote 49 to 49% with like 2% for some weirdo, like for some other, like, you know, other, like,
is that
saying
there's some
kind of
fuckery
like
afoot? Is that what you're implying?
I know. I know. I'm not saying that at all. I really don't know. Like,
I feel
it
like
could just
are...
be that humanity, like the human condition, is that evenly split. Like you know,
could be. Feels like people are, when we were watching the results or whatever, they said, let's go to the purple screen. And like,
sponsored by Prince.
If you did the blue and the red and blue make purple, but I think purple is kind of in the middle. Like it would be like, we need a purple party. Like we need a middle party, like people that aren't all the way this way or all the way that way. I think a lot of people would fall into that purple.
Aren't those libertarians?
I mean, I
think
it needs better than that too, though.
I think so. I think I would like to think that, but I think that when you get into like big numbers of people, like hundreds of millions of people, like people don't like that. Like there's a reason why like nuance doesn't sell. Like there's a reason like the people that always win are the ones that are just like, we're awesome and everybody, the other side is terrible. You know, the other side's like, no, we're awesome and the other side is terrible. Like there's a reason like that really like works, you know, and the people in the middle that are just like, well, let me explain to you. You got a couple minutes, let me explain to you why, you know, some of their ideas are good. Some of their ideas are good too. Everybody's like, fuck you.
We don't want
go to hell, you nuanced, like
fuck your purple.
Like I don't see any exclamation points in your message. You know, like I don't.
You're right.
It's like it's, you know, but I know what you're saying, but it's like, man.
I mean, I'd like to believe that we're all in the middle, but I guess
we are
like you.
but there's like, yeah, it's really confusing,
Yes.
really confusing to like break it down. Like, why do people do this? Why do people do that? Like I always say like, like in Pennsylvania, like John Fetterman won and he beat Dr. Oz and this John
No
Fetterman
way.
guy. It's like, if you've seen Fetterman, he's a stroke victim and it's like, he has a real hard, like, he doesn't know what, it doesn't seem like he knows what's going on.
But they made that about the bullying of Fetterman. They didn't make it about his policies. It was just all about, oh, Dr. Oz is bullying him and he's a doctor. He shouldn't be bullying him because he had a stroke.
We have to talk more about, like, we don't, as Americans, like, is it a very, like, American, it's as American as apple pie and hot dogs or baseball, whatever. Like, we don't vote for people, we vote against people. Like, this will be a theme for the next few months. Like,
that sounds like this, like a political slogan.
We shouldn't be talking about like, hey, who'd you vote for in 2016? It's more like, I voted against Hillary in 2016.
Yeah.
Or who'd you vote for in 2020? I voted against Trump.
Not Joe Biden. I'm just
like
kidding.
People. I'm sorry. I know, like,
no, you're right. I think
our
that's
basest
true.
instincts want us to like think like, who are these morons that vote for like a senile old man like Joe Biden? They're not. They're voting against Donald Trump. Like, they just, like, who are these people that voted for Donald Trump? He's like a charlatan. He's like a, whatever.
Against Hillary Clinton.
Exactly.
You're right.
Way
You're absolutely
more,
right.
Way more. But it sounds terrible because we don't like to be negative. Like, humans are like, like, don't be negative, man. It's not cool to like think that your motivation is like more of a fear or like a hate motivation.
Right.
Yeah.
But I do think, like, I was also thinking, like, young people, they may be more inclined to vote for ideals. So Joe Biden, like, who was the first president maybe they've seen, says things that are just like, bullshit, but they sound nice and they're like idealistic, beyond like idealistic things. And
I feel like young people feel like it's hopeless. Like, I don't know that they're voting in the droves that people would hope that they are. I feel like they're just like, it's not their problem.
I think I try to think of like young people as like, what was I like when I was 20? I was like oscillating back and forth between hopeless and like idealistic.
I was so uninformed at that age. I'm still rather
no, but think about your emotional swings at that age. You're like, it
wasn't hitting the ballots though, was it? You're
hopeless, but you're also like idealistic. Like, you think you can change the world, but you're also feel really small. I don't know. It's like but maybe you're right. I think this one is like maybe more young people, maybe in general, maybe more apt to vote for something that's more idealistic and like an idea, because they don't have the experience. And like someone that's like 60 is maybe more apt to vote against something because they have more experience, right or wrong. They may be jaded,
They might be.
But they may be voting against things because they've like, I've been hearing that for 40 years and that's a bad idea. It never works. So I'm voting against that.
Right.
Whereas like a younger person's like, I'm voting for, college loan.
Right. Forgiveness.
Forgiveness.
Which I heard
sounds like
shot down today. That's not even a real thing.
It sounds like a great idea. It sounds like it very, but then old people are just like, oh, that sounds like you're just buying votes. And it's like both of them are true from their perspective. They're both right.
Yeah.
You just got to understand why people do things. Like, people don't vote for a stroke victim. They vote for the carpetbagger, Dr. Oz. That's like,
hard pass, buddy.
Yeah. It's like,
tell Oprah we don't want it.
Oprah came out against him.
She did?
Yeah. Oprah, all these little, you got to watch the Daily Mail website.
You know what, Christopher?
Because then you find out
I'm on it.
You find out stuff like Oprah came out.
Like an app that I do for the
No,
Daily Mail?
Just dailymail.com or.
Okay.
But you'd know that Oprah did an announcement where she backed Fetterman. against Dr. Oz, and then Kid Rock spoke out because he hates Oprah. That's his thing. Yeah, he hates Oprah. They have an ongoing feud, man.
Why is Kid Rock beefing with Oprah of all people?
You know what? I'm against Oprah. I loved Oprah. I mean, I watched Oprah from a child until she left the network.
She was a newscaster in Baltimore when I was growing up. She was like the local events, like
I was in her book club. I did her morning journals. Oprah is dead to me. I have nothing for her. Ace is my Oprah.
Wait, I'm curious. How did Oprah wrong you?
Just the whole leaving and going to a network that not everybody had. It was like a whole thing. I just felt like,
oh, okay, gotcha.
What are you doing, girl? Like, we need you. And then
Oprah was living the American dream because she got rich and was like.
But turns out that doctor in Africa, the school, like there's a lot of stuff that's a little bit dirty with Oprah.
Gotcha.
Know.
It's just
the hook and the line and the sinker. I bought them
all. I mean, her story is amazing. I mean, it's like.
Is it?
Not for me personally. Yeah. But like, yes, I guess she grew up poor and she hit it big. Like I remember because in Baltimore, she was like the current events. There's a parade. So we needed someone to go cover the parade.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like why people like parades. And she was that late. She was like that anchor in Baltimore, WJZ TV, Channel 13 at the time. And then like all of a sudden she was like big.
And
then she becomes a machine. I mean, it's like, I'm not a big fan of hers, but I kind of understand. Like it becomes a machine to where it's like.
Harvey Weinstein's your best friend. Yeah.
Yeah. And then she's going to Epstein Island. I'm just kidding. That'd be pretty funny though. If she was like number one on the passenger list. Donald Trump, Bill Clinton, Oprah. What? What's Oprah doing going to Epstein Island so much?
Right.
She does have that girl school. I'm just saying.
Yeah, Kid Rock hates her. So then he came out and was like, she's a phony.
Okay.
Because his point of view was like, Dr. Oz was like your guy. Like,
yeah.
And like, not by accident. Like you must have
you brought him into big the world.
Time. And now like, he's not like asking to be the grand chancellor of the empire, like in Star Wars. He's just like trying to be a senator. You're like, nope. Stroke guy. Yeah. The guy who can't complete a sentence. He's much better than this guy.
I mean, she pushed Dr. Oz down our throats for a decade. That's insane.
Yeah. All the things bad about Oz, about his like all the things that he got busted for, like pushing weight loss pills and this and that. Like he was like Oprah was his platform.
Yeah.
And then she's like, no. This guy here who I was like in bed with and partnership with for years and years. And no.
Do you remember?
You want to pick this other guy that, has like a, has a third head coming out of his, neck or something. But it's not. It's like that just gave people the go ahead to vote for him against
Dr. Oz,
whoever it is, whatever. So it's like a weird psychology. I mean, I'm kind of I don't know.
I have a question.
Disappointing week, but I'm more fascinated by like the people, like people, what people do.
Since Chris was going on about how young people vote on ideals, etc. If that were the case, I would really like to see people just either vote third party or independent, because those are the ones that are pushing more relatable ideals from what it seems like.
Maybe I should say like what they perceive as ideals, like and that could just be like what everyone in their whole world is telling them, from Cardi B to like sports stars, entertainers, actors, like everybody just telling you like this is how it is. Like libertarians are crazy, like
It is a little weird too that there are people that will openly listen to celebrities give political endorsements, but on the drop of a dime, if they're going against the grain politically, they're just like, "Shut up, we don't want to hear you about politics." But wait a minute, you were just okay with them the day before, or whatever the fuck.
Kanye's a good example of that one. There's a lot of examples of that, you know.
Yeah. It's like it's very crazy. It makes no sense.
Martina Navratilova was a tennis player when I was really into tennis in high school, and like she was
she's one of the housewives, Real Housewives of Miami.
No shit.
She is, or
her wife is one of the housewives, and so she's on that show though.
How is she on that show? Does she look like enjoy it, or is she just kind of there? Does she look like she's enjoying that experience being on in the background, or is she just kind of like, ugh, can't believe I'm doing this?
I think she's fine with it.
Oh, okay.
Her wife is like a saucy, sexy woman.
She was a lesbian icon.
Yeah.
You know, in the 80s for sure. And then like she's not really down with the whole trans thing, so she's out. She's like, they're like, yeah, you need to just shut your mouth.
Yeah.
Shut your mouth, old lady. Like, like we're not concerned that you were a pioneer.
Yeah.
And your
time has passed.
And you were like, you know, like really.
So you had the hots for Martina? Is that what you're trying to say?
No, dude. No, she had like she had like veins popping her biceps and stuff. Like it's very
too much for you.
It's all very off-putting, but she was.
Oh, you don't like big biceps on a woman?
Oh, watch out.
No, should I? No, I shouldn't. No, she was dominant. So I was like, well, she's kicking everybody's ass, you know?
Yeah.
And then she came out and was like, I'm not sure that boys should be playing women's sports. And they were like,
it's funny that
they're like, you must die now.
Also has a problem with that too. They're not okay with any type of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, who has a problem with that?
Caitlyn.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Caitlyn.
I don't know. It was kind of a weird week because it was I guess it was like disappointing, and like the Democrats were like, oh, it wasn't that bad. I guess we'll claim victory. And Republicans were like, we didn't win as well as we thought. So like we'll just we'll just act like we're losers. That's pretty kind of representative of like the whole like political psyche.
Mm-hmm. But isn't Nancy Pelosi out of a job? That's done, right?
Yes.
So
but she's been out of a job before.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And like, what is it? The reports of my death have been something, whatever that famous quote of like, yeah, she's been out of a job before. And everybody's like, well, she's dead. And like, everybody's turning on her, and then she's back. So I don't know.
Wow.
There's so much going on.
She'll deal with her husband.
Reports of my demise have been greatly exaggerated. I don't know. Some famous person said that.
Yeah. My husband was not fighting another dude in his underpants last weekend.
He was defending my honor.
Where's Nancy?
Yeah, I guess that story is just going to go away now.
Yeah, it's going to go away. It's done. Endless Ranters are the only ones that had.
Yeah, she's out of a job. I don't know. It's going to be. We're just getting started. It's going to be a wild couple years. Because like, as I've told you guys, I'll just say it officially. I believe that Donald Trump is about to rage quit politics, like fucking, like Ira rage quit our group, or like anybody rage quits a Facebook group. Like Donald Trump is the guy. He's the guy in the Facebook group, right? That you like you like going to this group. It's entertaining. He's the guy that's like edgy, like. You're just like, whoa, man, that's crazy, but it's entertaining.
Yes.
But then like things go wrong, and now that guy he's starting to act real erratic in the Facebook group.
I feel like he's been erratic.
Yeah, he's starting to like post a lot of repetitive posts. Like people in the group are starting to be like, dude, what's up? And he's starting to like lash out at people. And then all of a sudden it's like, there's the day. This person has to rage quit. Everybody's a pussy. Everybody can fuck themselves. Like the admins or he's got like horrible things to say about everybody before he rage quits.
Did Ira send you a message, an inbox, a DM?
No.
Okay.
No, but I think that's what he's about because he's like flailing out at people because everybody's like, oh, I think Donald Trump's done. And like that, he has a fragile ego. Like,
Yeah, he's a Gemini. We are
whatever you want to say, like he's got a
Yeah.
fragile. So like now he's like the
I'll
guy,
show you.
the
Mhm.
whitest dude in the world, Glenn Youngkin in Virginia. Trump said something today about him and he like spelled out his name and was like Youngkin. Sounds like Chinese. This dude's so white, he's like translucent, and he's like, oh, this guy sounds Chinese. Like, what? He's going crazy because everybody's kind of feels like everybody's kind of against him.
Where do you even hear him talking? I don't hear.
He's
him.
posting things to Truth Social.
Oh,
which
so you have a truth account? You have a truth account, huh?
I do, however, no, we do.
The endless Ranters.
What the fuck?
We do, biatch. You're in on this. Yeah.
Okay.
No,
We
Posted
have
out truths on my
password,
behalf.
motherfucker. Shit.
no,
I
you don't
need
have
in.
to, because the thing is like if he posts something on his own social media site, like people just copy and paste it to Twitter and Facebook and every other social media site.
But
So you don't really,
so we don't know.
you don't have to like really. He doesn't have to put it on Twitter. He just
It gets
other
circulated
people
on
put it
there.
on Twitter for him.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he wrote this whole like 2-page letter. Like, yeah, he's flailing about.
Could it also be the pressure from the raid that happened earlier this year on Mar-a-Lago? And
Yeah, I mean,
notice how they haven't been talking about that lately.
Or the
either.
reality that
Dude.
Truth Social isn't going to take off, like now that Elon took over Twitter.
yeah, things aren't lining up for him. And then he's also realizing that like that's kind of like where like he's got diehard supporters, but like most of his support were people that are just like,
Yeah.
I'm kind of with you because you're upsetting Hillary, but like now you're kind of upsetting everybody and you're embarrassing yourself. Like
It's like, come on, get it together, bro.
like, I'm not really gonna stick up for you anymore. Like
It's like you literally
like-
just fell off a scooter in your front yard, bro.
Exactly.
Bring it down.
and you didn't even barrel and he didn't even barrel roll.
Oh
Like,
shit.
and he
didn't
face
even
planted.
barrel roll.
Like you got to like barrel roll pop up quick, bro.
No.
You
Yeah.
can't face plant and then start yelling at your son. Like, I thought, like, trust me, I thought about that. I thought about it and then blaming him for everything, but no, you can't do that.
Oh
You're
my
a good
God.
dad. You're a good dad. You're a
No,
good
but I
dad.
think he's about to rage quit. Like it's, yeah, you can see it.
Yeah. Well, I can't see it, but
Well, and then
You
like the people
can.
that are never Trump, like the never Trumpers that have always like,
We know a few.
they're happy because they're like, he's finally about to rage quit.
yeah.
Mhm.
And again, like in a Facebook group, there's the people that like lay low and they don't say anything, but they're real happy when the crazy dude rage quits because they're just like, finally.
That's
Like,
gonna
I wasn't
be me
going to
in
say anything,
that
but
famous a bitch group. I'm quiet as a
Yeah.
mouse, but
Yeah.
I'm about to just go
Yeah,
sick.
but when
in
someone
there.
like-
they almost
when
got
the-
me today with Jennifer Aniston.
when the crazy person rage quits, they're just like, yeah,
I know
stuff.
it is. You're right.
Wait, not to veer off on another tangent, but what is this about your homegirl Jennifer Aniston?
Oh, the fame is a bitch group I don't understand it. I think they just hate women. Like you can't be fat, you can't be skinny. Like they just, it's always something about a woman.
Right.
So I don't know. Today they had the picture that I shared in our group of Jennifer Aniston, and they're upset about her under boob and that she's too skinny and that her face looks full of filters, but it really doesn't. Her face kind of looks like she's in her late 40s. It looks exactly as she is.
Wait,
So-
was there too much underboob or not enough underboob that they were
no, they
complaining-
just thought under boob at 50 is disgusting.
Oh, fuck off. I've seen a lot of great 50-year-old underboob.
Thank you. Thank you. Exactly. My point. Exactly.
I don't know. There's a lot of picky and petty motherfuckers out there, so it's just
But
I think
that
they're
group,
just-
in that group, like I want to rage quit that. Like I understand a rage quit.
yeah.
That group makes me crazy. Like there's the dudes, they're worse than the Adam Carolla dudes. It's like, it's just the women in there. They just hate women. They hate Lizzo. they hate everybody. They're just like
Mhm.
a hateful group of, a woman cannot win in that group. So a woman,
Wait, so is there any actual like constructive
nothing.
back and forth going on
It's
in that?
AJ's group and he is the worst. Like he's constantly about how he hates women and hates, anyways. Yeah, I should just leave that group. It's obviously getting underneath my skin.
Yeah, I think you'd be better off.
Maybe I'll do a rage quit.
Just be like, nah, peace. It's not worth that much effort.
AJ, you're fat and your teeth are, yeah. No, I won't say it.
You got to be better. You got to rise above it.
I'm not better.
It's all right.
How
No
was your
judgments here.
birthday?
It's cool.
Yeah.
I didn't wait. Did I talk? I don't think I talked about it, but
I haven't
yeah,
talked about your birthday.
shit. I mean, it happened a few weeks ago, so it just feels weird talking about some old shit. But yeah, I
It
just got
happened
together.
11 days ago.
I don't know why I think we're later into November than we actually are.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just got together at my aunt's house with my cousins, had some food. I was way too high on these edibles that I tried to be a badass, and I took two, and I didn't take them at the same time. I took them staggered, so it just made the trip feel even fucking longer than it should have. So on the way back, I'm not gonna lie, I zoned the fuck out on the freeway. Like I didn't I missed the exit that I would normally take.
Oh,
And
good.
after realizing that, I was just like, wait, I need to pay the fuck attention because I'm on the road here, and yeah, this is weird. So I just took the scenic route to get off the freeway. It was just like, man, get together, man.
What'd you take two of?
These little tablet edibles. They're 50 milligrams. I still have a few. I like them because most edibles are just like maybe 5-10 milligrams. These are like 50 a piece. So it's just like let me feel something with these. And feel something I did, man, because I felt like I was on a horrible roller coaster ride. Yeah. So also found out what is it? Just more family planning. Like we got some out of the country trips going on next year, so it's gonna be fun. Just catching up with
Nice.
family. Yeah.
Where are you going? Mexico?
Yes, sir.
Nice.
Yeah. Although I want to visit other places too. It's just a matter of making it happen. Which
Like
brings me
what?
let's go to
Other
Brazil,
places?
y'all. Let's go. Endless Ranters live from Brazil. Y'all ready?
I don't know.
We'll go for Carnival.
That'll be fun.
There'll be plenty of underboob there and other stuff.
Oh yeah, you guys were talking about Jennifer Aniston.
Yeah.
Her under boob.
It was a weird thing.
I
What?
hate.
I don't really have a lot of deep thoughts on fashion, but it was a weird but you know, Jennifer Aniston, there's like a photo shoot. I saw an article and a few pictures.
Yeah.
It didn't look right.
Yeah, it was weird. Like Chanel, what was that? Chanel coconut cups.
I thought they were trying to like I don't know if like maybe in her mind and her people, they were like, doesn't she look hot? I thought they were trying to like kind of ugly her up or like kind of harden her up or like industrialize her or something.
Like we need to bring her down a notch.
Yeah.
Like they were trying to be edgy or try something like when Joel, that famous liar, when Joel did that weird like sexy music video.
Oh, I love that video.
And it was like weird. Yeah. I mean, who doesn't? But you know,
yeah.
But it was a weird out of place.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
I just think that group in general, like the women even go in on other women, like they were just so upset about her body. And it's like, because she's not fat at 50. Like I think everybody just assumes that you're going to be fat as you get older.
If you let yourself go.
Yeah. But they're like, oh, she's so disgusting. Like she's not, her body looks fine. Like if you saw her body, if her body was coming at you, you would be like, yes, I will take my clothes off to be next to your body. Like, I don't think, I think it's weird that people are like, no, that's so gross. I don't think that would ever be the case, that people would think that was gross.
What offended me was like, that bikini top looks uncomfortable.
Horrible. That bikini top was
Like that looks like it's going to be cutting. Like, does that have like some kind of like, like lycrine foam, like
horrible
gasket around it, or is that's got to be cutting? That's got to be cutting into the skin. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's
Horrible.
called padding, not a gasket, bro. Come on.
No, I knew what he meant though. I knew what
I've
he
been to
meant.
Victoria's Secret.
Yeah, because there's like it needs to be a hole, like a gasket has a hole. Manny.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
That shows me what I know.
For a nipple,
No.
right, Chris?
I'm not. No, a gasket is like a ring. It's just a ring. It's it's just like, that weird little circle. I was just saying, it's like cutting into that skin. Like there's
You're right.
hopefully it's not like a hard plastic with an edge that's gonna, chafe the breastal skin area.
Yeah, that part.
It's got some kind of gasket. Yeah.
Gasket.
I'm using medical terms. Like something, because it looks uncomfortable. Like looks like it'd just be like you'd be on the beach, like constantly like pulling the things off you, like, it's cutting into my skin.
Yeah, that swimsuit looked egregious.
I don't think being uncomfortable is sexy. That's just me.
So to
As a
you,
liberated
comfort is
man.
sexy?
Huh?
To you, being comfortable is sexy? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, it's not a turn on if I'm looking at her and I'm thinking like, man, is that weird coconut bikini top like cutting into your skin? Like what's like?
Yeah,
it's not sexy.
Well, in the other group, they were talking about women who don't shave, and they were just repulsed by that too. I feel like men are funny. I feel like some women, if they were coming at you, you would be like, okay, I'll take it. Like I just feel like maybe I met the wrong man. I don't know, but I just feel like most men they're willing, right?
No, I mean, there's like
there's
a different, it's like if you're like coming at me at like 3 PM at a business meeting with hairy armpits, it's like one thing, but it's like, if it's 2 AM, I'm hammered,
it's
I've been lonely. It's like your standards are different at that point.
You're right.
That's all I'm saying. Anyway, I saw what you're saying. I saw you had an interaction with Russ.
Yeah.
First of all,
I just feel bad for his daughters. I feel bad for the daughters of men like that. Like, can we agree that we are not going to force our daughters to be like that?
Who's forcing women to do anything? Come on, y'all force each other to do shit. I'm about to start calling some stuff out. So first off, I've seen your yoga videos.
Yeah.
Have I looked at them with 100 times magnification? No. Have I looked at them with 50 times? Yes, a few times. Your armpits are.
Oh Jesus!
No, I'm just kidding. But you do not have hairy armpits. I'm pretty sure.
I don't shave.
I'm pretty sure.
Don't shave.
You don't do videos up close, so it's like, you can't really glean much from that. But I'm pretty sure I don't see like, scraggly hairy armpits in your yoga videos.
You know what? I am Native American though, so I have like 11 collective body hairs, but I don't shave any of them.
I call what I call is fake crunchy.
Fake crunchy
on you. You are soggy.
You're faux crunch.
You're soggy.
But I stand for the crunch.
You're like, oh, women shouldn't shave their armpits. And that's like, but I only have one armpit hair.
I do.
And after it grows to like 2 millimeters, it falls out. Like what a bold stance. Yeah. Fake crunchy. Right. So let me guarantee you, Quana,
I am so embarrassed.
If you were like
on my face.
If you're like, if your name was Bertha, and you grew up in West Virginia, and you had I know. And like your cousin husband could braid your armpit hairs, you'd be like, I'm shaving it.
But here's my point.
Your principles are out the window. I
don't know if Russ is listening or if he will ever listen, but here's my point: is that great? Guys don't like a girl who doesn't shave. Well,
we've been conditioned.
Some girls don't like short guys. Some girls don't like brown guys. Some girls don't like guys that are poor. Some girls don't like guys that have small peens. Like, we all have our specifics. Why do we have to be repulsed by oh, like hair. Oh, like that's the way a body comes. A body has hair on it. And we're talking about the
think
hair
dudes are like-
downstairs, right? Like not like
Dudes accept that, yes, all these things you say are true. And yes, women are repulsed by some of us. But dudes are like, okay, that's fine. Be repulsed. Y'all get upset
They
about when we
don't
get repulsed.
care.
When one dude and 8 billion people gets repulsed at your armpit hair, you're just like, oh no.
what I love about a dude's mentality is though
Coming
it's like,
after you.
This is what I love. And so that means that's what we all love. Is it? I mean, aren't there some dudes that are like fine with whatever?
Yeah, there are.
See?
There are, but I in general, yeah, there's some, like I said, there's dudes that are
Russ
2
is like, good luck being alone. Like,
Yeah,
no one
no,
has
that's
ever
what-
taken me down.
Russ is good like that.
I have 34-inch legs, you motherfucker.
But
No one's ever said no.
The best thing about Russ though is
Some
that like
great legs.
he will like he'll fight you on Facebook all night long. Like
Yeah.
he'll like for like 7 days straight, he'll go at you. Like he won't quit. But if anybody ever was like in public, if you ever saw someone like coming up and like yelling at you in your face, like about your armpit, he'd clobber him. Like
Yeah.
he'd run him over with his car. Well, like if you want to like argue about the principle of like cutting your armpit hair like on Facebook, I mean,
It's on.
you better be
Yeah.
ready to like, yeah. You better be ready.
To stand toe to toe. Have them
That's right.
scream right at my neck.
I feel like trimming armpit hair with scissors would be a risky move.
Yeah. But you got no body hair at all, so whatever. Whatever. There was a bigger theme to this argument that was supposed to happen. I forget what it was now, though.
That's all right. We got lost in the sauce. We still got.
Yeah, I
we
feel like
still
I
have fun.
won. It's like I won or we won, Manny. So it's like
Yeah.
there's
Hey
no
man, don't lump me into this.
there's no sense of like, looking at the replays.
Yeah. Yes. Don't ever
When-
look at the replays.
All right. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
But
I won't.
allow me to continue.
Okay.
Please.
So yeah, we've been conditioned by you.
Men.
Men have been conditioned by women. By women in the beauty industrial complex.
Yeah.
To expect hairlessness.
No, you've been conditioned by
Yes.
the porn industry to think that women don't have hair.
Same thing. Do-do-do-do. Play
Initially-
the X-Files theme song right now. Do-do-do-do-do. No, we've been conditioned by the beauty industrial complex to.
You have to add that in. Manny.
Have you seen an attractive woman in Vogue magazine with hairy armpits in the last 60 years
You're
or
right.
50 or 40? I'm not really sure because I haven't.
They're
I'm
all
not-
alone. Apparently, they're literally every one of them. Good luck being alone.
Have you seen a penthouse or a Playboy in the last 50 to 60 years?
Oh,
Hey, I could go
Oh.
bust out my stag mags right now.
There's
bro.
no hair. There's
I'll-
no armpit hair.
there's-
I'm talking about hair down there, like hair.
Talking about muff hair.
Oh, I don't really care about that. Like it can't be like a forest, but like I'm good either way. But like now I'm talking about the armpit hair.
So Chris was just explicitly talking armpit hair. Okay.
Oh, okay. Now I'm getting upset because if you're trying to like conflate, if you're trying to like say that those are two of the same things, like
Yes,
you're out of
they
your
are
goddamn,
on the-
you're out of your
they
goddamn
are
mind.
an apple of
All
the
right.
same tree.
You're out of your damn mind. You take a nice date on a date. You go to Applebee's, right?
There's nothing
looking-
nice about an Applebee's.
You're
date,
looking
I'm
across
sorry.
the table. She's got a tank top on.
They have very cold beer.
Okay.
You're at an Applebee's. She got a tank top on. You're looking across the table. You don't see braided armpits. Things are good. Things are good.
What if you're
Right.
always in Alaska where you would never even see the armpits until she takes her clothes off? And then you have woman.
Well, I'd
And,
argue your standards are different. The sun is not even up there most of the time.
I have a question about that scenario. I'm not hating. This is all curiosity.
You can't even see that it's dark in Alaska 20,
If that were,
24 months out of the year.
what? That's 2 years. What do you mean 24 months out of the year?
Long winter.
I don't know why you got to be so argumentative all the time.
Winter is long.
Okay. So
I'm winning this argument. I don't care. I'm not even sure what it's about.
I feel like it's about he lost a lot of arguments this week.
No, I'm not.
he lost a
No, you're trying to
political
say
argument.
you're
But
trying
he
to like.
literally was shamed in front of his child, but he fell in a
That's
ditch.
bullshit.
He lost the argument to the scooter. Yeah, you're right.
Nah, I taught my son how to barrel roll. No, you're trying to say that, like you're. Oh no. You're like, oh, I don't shave. How dare you? But you imply that you're talking about your armpits.
No,
But you're trying to compare the same. That's different.
I
That's different.
specifically said, I don't feel like, and that we should make men happy about a body that's not really a woman's body. Women have hair. I'm sorry, women have hair. So if some of us decide that we're not going to decide to look like a little girl to make a man's fantasy come true, that's what we're going to do. And a guy that's not okay with that, okay, there's an ass for every seat. Some girls like big guys. Some guys like big girls. Like,
see, okay. I think I'm going to win this argument by finding peace between us.
Okay.
But I think you're coming at it from down there argument where we were talking about up there, like armpit hair, like shave your pits, damn it. Like that's what we were talking about.
I'm not doing that either. My 11 hairs are going to live their glorious lives.
As someone that's given
Put
quite
some
a
you can put some beads. You
I've
can't even,
never
they can't
seen
even
any
support
hair.
beads.
I've never noticed any hair, so
It's true. It's true. But I've never been a shaver, so it is what it is. So what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
So your legs are hairy?
I have.
I was talking to Manny.
what? My legs?
Why did she assume I was talking to her? I'm just kidding. I was talking to you, Quana.
Yeah.
You don't need to shave your legs?
I don't have any hair. There's no hair to shave.
Okay, then don't act like that's some like kind of like
there are. Okay,
you're not. So don't be like, oh, screw you, society. I won't shave my legs. And it's like asterisks. My legs don't have hair anyway.
I just hate when guys that have shortcomings are like trying to be particular about their women. Like, no, you're gonna fuck whatever woman comes at you. If she comes in hot, you're gonna be like, okay.
That's true.
You're gonna say okay.
But that's true. But so your battle's not really with like, so you also find women that don't shave their armpits disgusting. But your battle is more about like
short guys that have an opinion. Yeah.
Yeah, like a guy that is ugly shouldn't be able to have an opinion about that chick's nasty hairy armpits.
That part. Yeah. If she would never come near you, if she shaved or with hair, then stop talking about her.
So if Jason Momoa comes along and he's just like, Quana, shave your pits and your legs, you'd be like, yes.
No, I wouldn't. No, I wouldn't. No,
she doesn't find the man attractive.
No, I don't.
Oh, you don't? Okay.
No, I don't.
All right. So if we find the opposite of Jason. So if
David Letterman.
He's your type, really? Letterman? Interesting.
We just found something out. Let me write this down. Do a deep dive on that later. So if like Pete Davidson comes along.
Oh my God.
I'm trying to think of the opposite of
she just said David Letterman. Come on.
What's his name? Jason Momoa.
Yeah. He's gross to me. I don't know. I'm not into that. That's not my type.
Jason
and he was
Alexander?
having sex.
Jason Alexander.
Probably more so than Jason Momoa.
I'll write that down too.
Yeah, Momoa's just not my type. I don't know. I know people like him or whatever, but it's just not. I'm not into The Rock either. Like none of that is. That's fine.
Manny, I told you we needed to find a blonde to be the female in this show.
Hey, we had
Hey,
a blonde.
I dyed my hair blonde to be the
Much more
female
predictable
image.
answers to questions.
No, I like this. We need
Brunettes are
conflict
wild
and-
cards. Yeah.
Yeah, we need some contrary voices up in this bitch,
Yeah.
man. Come on.
What are you gonna get rid of me? I'm their only spicy Indian.
No, yeah, you're fine.
Yeah, okay.
You're fine.
I know I beg to be on every week, but
No, you don't even have to do that.
We just make sure your schedule's clear. That's all.
it's clear. Friday is.
I just call
Keep showing up.
shenanigans on the whole like hair. I don't even know. Like
Look, as some
No, I
I feel
think
like
Harry-
the battle
I
that's
think
being
Harry is
fought is
sexy.
like
No, I think it's good. I would love if I was a lesbian, I would think a girl with a hairy armpit was fine. Who cares? Who cares? I think a guy with a hairy armpit's fine.
to be honest, I wish I had a little bit more hair under my armpits.
Like a
They're
sexy
they're a little
girl
barren.
with like a nice rack and like some hair in her pits. Like who cares? I'm gonna show you guys pictures. I'll find an example. I'll find one.
Hmm.
Christopher,
I've seen a few out there. I've seen on like when
1,000,000%.
just out in the wild. I just don't like because I don't see chicks with
Right.
unshaven pits all the time.
They're
So when I do
bold.
notice, I was like,
They don't give
yo.
a fuck. There's that other level of not caring. Like they're a little bit bolder,
Mhm.
more apt.
this may sound intrusive, maybe illegal,
Okay.
but we need to strap it up to a machine that detects whatever lady, like
Yeah.
whatever you guys call it. It like show you a Jason Momoa
Oh my god!
And then
you're still
show
on
you-
this?
and then show you
Jason Alexander.
what's her? Yeah, no. What's her? I'm thinking of the Jason Alexander
Oh,
equivalent.
the Rose.
No, what's that chick that played in that girls show on HBO?
Yeah.
White chick. She's like the female Jason
Whitney Rose,
Alexander.
right? Wasn't not Whitney Rose. What's her name?
No, she got a lot of tattoos, but
Yeah, she was
I
on the
wanna-
prison show.
I'll hook you up the machine and I'll show you like Jason Momoa and then like Chelsea Handler with hairy armpits. And we'll see physiologically,
I don't think you'll find that evidence of.
We'll see
Handler with
what-
that.
Yeah.
we'll see what happens.
Okay. I'm in.
Because they can do it to a man.
Yeah.
Like they can have these experiences with a man.
I'd be honest.
Well, it really wouldn't be up to you.
Oh my god!
Again, I mean, this will never happen, but
I do
course.
find it intriguing or odd that 2 episodes in a row we've been talking about hair. The last one was haircuts. Now we're talking about body hair. I wonder what's hair centric themes we'll cover in the next episode. Stay tuned, everybody.
I don't know.
Hmm.
I'm not even sure what we were supposed to talk about tonight. I think we covered everything though.
Yeah, we covered spills, caught up with everybody, the lackluster midterm election results,
Yeah,
The
Trump's
red
gonna rage
drizzle.
quit.
the red drizzle. Yeah,
The red blip or whatever. Yeah, the red
Drip.
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 That was a weird thing. And then we don't even know yet some stuff. I don't know. I guess we don't know really who won certain races.
I think we'll have
Um,
more to touch on the next episode.
Polls were really bad. Polls had like
I don't even fuck with polls anymore.
a couple months ago, like polls had Republicans thinking that this was what was going to happen. And then like
Mhm.
just in the last few weeks, polls had Republicans thinking that like they were going to kick ass. That's like, man, that's weird. Like, man, I don't know. I wonder if like games are being played there or I don't know. I heard one good thing. It was like that Democrats are much better at getting people who are kind of like, I could vote, I could not vote, don't really care to vote. You know what I mean?
I
Like
believe that.
What's
in
their secret?
different, like friends, like
What the show?
no, like Democrats are kind of like their message is more like, hey, ask your friends, like get your friends to vote. Like don't worry. And like Republicans I think conservatives are more like, don't talk to people about that kind of thing. Like keep your opinions to yourself kind of a thing. More,
I don't know. That's
I don't know, everybody's opinionated, but when it comes down to like you and your friends and your dorm or your apartment building or your community or whatever on your team, like there's a certain type of person that's like, hey, everybody, I'd like to talk to you about who you should vote for. And then there's a certain type of person that's like, I would like to just keep that to myself. I don't know. And I guess the argument they're making is that people on the Democrat side, on the left side, are a little bit more apt to like be willing to kind of
names.
Yeah, like tell people like, hey, you should vote for this because of this. And I'm not even saying it's right or wrong. It's more of like a personality, like a characteristic type of thing.
Oh, okay, I gotcha.
I'm not like saying a judgment thing.
No, you're just a notice.
It's just more of like if you're conservative, you're probably more apt to like let people come to their conclusions on their own. Just because you're like just kind of like maybe your natural stance towards things. Again, not right or wrong. Just kind of like a personality thing. So I don't know.
Or maybe it's
we'll know
part of the programming. I don't know.
Could be. It's just like there's like personality differences that account for a lot of these things, and not necessarily like when do you, like what do you think about this law or that law? It's more like personality kind of differences. I don't know. If conservative people are older, they're probably not going to have as many friends to like be like, hey, everybody, let's rally. Like they're probably, if they're older, they're probably not hanging out around dorms and stuff.
Well, no, that'd be a little weird if they were.
Yeah, it would be. Yeah.
Feels like a direct hit. Just
kidding. What do you mean? Oh, no.
Just kidding.
No. Anyway, but yeah, we'll find out more in a couple of weeks. But hope you all have had fun tonight.
Hell yeah, it's good to be
anything
back.
Else to talk about? Yeah, it's good to see you again, buddy.
We missed you, Robbie.
I like the background. It looks good.
Yeah, we got it. You know what, Chris? We have to do better. We need better backgrounds.
Who, me?
We.
Yeah. Okay. We'll work on it. Yeah.
All right.
We'll work on it.
All right, guys. Looks like my computer is about to.
Yeah.
Let's call it a wrap then, guys.
Quanta's tired. Manny's,
I got work in the morning.
Gotta work in the morning.
Milkman.
I don't have to do anything. My son's got a playoff game. He's got a playoff football game tomorrow, but it's not until the evening. So.
Oh, okay.
But it turned cold here. I think we're going to do some grilling and some fire outside tomorrow and just
fun. Roast some marshmallows.
Maybe.
You should.
Ride some scooters.
Considering you kill the moth.
Yeah, he's like, hey,
caterpillars.
Are you going to ride my scooter again? I'm like, yeah, I'll ride your scooter again. Yeah. When? I was like, I don't know when. All right, leave me alone.
Yeah. Not a pussy. Jeez.
Yeah. Man, what a wild few seconds that was.
Maybe we could do a dramatic reenactment.
Yeah. I wish it was video because I'd like to see it. And I was like, I went inside and I was all banged up. And I was like, I'm not even sure if I should tell my wife about this.
Was she supportive?
Like I might just. When I said it happened, she was like in disbelief. And I was like, yeah, it happened. Yeah. I was like, yeah. She's like, how bad? I was like, no, it's pretty bad. She's like, you hurt? And I was like, whatever. I'm all right.
Has she seen your bruises?
I showed her the one on my chest. She was like, that was funny.
Got a good laugh. Well, I mean, as long as she got a good laugh out of it, that's
cool. I'm all about making people laugh.
That's your gift to the world. You bring us joy through your pain.
But I was like, I'm not sure if I'm going to tell her, but I guess I have to because he's going to tell her.
Yes.
It's the truth will eventually come out, and then you can't do anything.
Yeah. But I wish I had a few more beers in me. I think I would have done better.
Well, you know what? That's a goal. Tomorrow, get as drunk as you can and get the fuck back on that horse.
I know. But I try to take it easy on the weekdays.
Well,
tomorrow's a Saturday.
Yeah, so go all out tomorrow.
Big mistake. Yeah, tomorrow we're gonna set up some ramps.
There you go.
Jump some tires.
I'm down.
Oh my God, please.
Can't wait for the results of all this.
Or get a Ring doorbell like everybody else in Texas.
I know.
Yeah.
We don't need one because everybody has one. So it's like if anybody ever robs us, we'll just be like,
If you're
hey,
not going to go ask the Africans for footage of you falling, then you have to get your own.
I don't think they would have caught it.
You'll never know.
I wish I
unless
had
you
it on
ask.
tape. I've convinced myself that it did, look good. Like Bruce Willis and Die Hard type thing.
I'm convinced it didn't.
Hmm?
I'm convinced it did not.
All right. Well,
I want to see it.
you also can't grow hair in your pits, so
Oh my gosh.
I know. I want to share my profile picture from 2 pictures ago, like my armpits fully on, and there's no hair.
I'm not sure which is worse though. If like you have a girlfriend and you're like, oh, like things getting hot and heavy, and she's got full armpit, or just like 4 scraggly hairs.
Hey,
I'm not sure which is like they could be. Don't get me wrong, they could be equally bad.
if she has 4 scraggly hairs, I'm gonna engage in some very light BDSM and pluck out each one by one at different points of that night. Just
Yeah. I'm not
oh
sure
my
which is
god.
worse.
When
Be
Bill
like,
and
do
I
you have a black cauldron?
It's in the shop.
Do you have any dried frog parts?
Not at the moment. but I
Any
can
books? Do you have any books on
talking
potions?
to me, Manny. Stop talking to me.
You have any books on potions at all?
Maybe she has a potion book. I can see her pulling one out, blow some dust out off of it.
Oh, yeah, my daughters love
I
making
definitely
every
took a
weekend.
bath with a bay leaf in it the other night, so you just end on that.
Make sure you take it out before you drink the bath water.
Yeah. Oh my god.
A bay leaf?
Yeah, bay leaf. You gotta season your bath water.
Yeah.
Come on now.
Yeah.
Don't you season your bath water? We'll get into that on the next episode.
There's people out there writing code for AI that are just like, hey, AI, today I want you to write a bunch of articles about how taking a bath with a bay leaf is good for you.
We'll just see a fucking sudden
And the
influx.
fucking
of bay
AI
I'm
is
just telling
just
you
like,
that if you had a blonde white bitch on this program, she would not be telling you about a bay leaf bath.
yeah, the AI is just like, okay, master, boop, 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 boop. And then bam, out there. I was like, there's a new craze. Like Gwyneth Paltrow is selling
The
Baileys for
bath.
$8,000.
People are gonna start all of a sudden investing in Bailey some shit.
Yeah,
artificially
into
inflate
all
them.
of your sauces anyway.
Yeah, artificially inflate the bay leaf market. Oh my god. Anyway, I think we should call it a wrap.
I'm thinking a lot about bay leaves and like why
Oh my god.
they're part of our culinary experience. We'll save that for next week.
Yeah.
Love you guys.
Love you too, man. It's been
Yeah.
a blast. Thank you everybody for listening, subscribing, supporting, hanging with us at the happy hour. We'll have another
Mhm.
happy hour next week.
Get it on.
Yes, ma'am. Get it on.
Get it on, everybody.
Go forth. Get it on.
Sorry.
You're soggy. Quana. You special K and too much. Your special K sitting in too much milk.
Full of riboflavin.
No, that's fine. I did say like there's certain things on Facebook I don't see, and then like today I saw that exchange between you and Russ. I was like, but you had been making comments about it, and then I finally saw it today. I was like, oh, that's what that's about. That's like that's classic
I have
Russ. That's
11
classic
body
Russ too, because Russ won't quit.
I literally have no body hair. My hairy legs, like I have 14 hairs.
Russ can't lose, like he can't let himself lose like a
He did
Facebook
stop
battle.
though. He stopped. I think he thinks that I'm probably a nice person, or maybe I don't know what he thinks. What happened to Coop?
I don't know. I almost texted Jane today saying like, do you know what happened to Coop? But like I'm not kidding. I don't want to know. Like, because if he comes back, if she comes back and she's just like, yeah, he just got 8 to 10.
AIDS.
Like he just got 8 to 10 for like aiding and abetting. I'd be like, I gotta tell Quana and Manny and Robbie. I gotta tell them, like, but I don't think I'm not supposed to tell them. I don't need that kind of conflict.
Yeah. Yep. I gotta go to the bathroom, you guys.
But I worry. I worry because like when I asked Coop or when I asked Russ, his answer was like prison. Like when I read between the lines, it was like, trust me, Coop ain't gonna be around for a long time, but I can't tell you why. And yeah.
Jeez.
Like that's not what he said, but it was one of those answers like it's not for me to share. Like,
that's still gnarly.
It could have been like, it's not for me to share what's going on with him, but just pray, keep him in your thoughts because he's going through something tough. Is more like
how you know when it's super serious when there's like pray for him.
That's when it's like he's a victim of something.
Mm-hmm.
But when the person's just like, I really can't tell you anything, that's when you know they victimize themselves.
Yeah.
Like, no, they're not like if he didn't say like keep me in your thoughts and prayers, like that means like that's not good. That's not a good sign.
More of a thoughts and players kind of guy myself.
Well, because it was like if like he was stricken by some illness.
Yeah.
I think Russ's message would have been more like, it's not for me to say, but man, you know, poor guy, you know. So you hint at something. There was no hint at anything like that could have been good. It was just like you're not going to hear from him for a while.
Oh man,
you're not going to hear from him for a while, and it's not for me to say why not.
Yeah,
it's like
a shout to him. Hopefully, he gets through whatever's going on.
Yeah, I don't know.
He is a cunt.